Hi, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video you're about to watch is a replay of a live class I taught on Zoom. These classes are free of charge for everyone to join, so please invite your family and friends. They're suitable for beginners and those of you with more Qigong experience. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then please don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope you enjoy the class.
Hi, and you're very welcome to the class today, everyone. So today's class is going to be all about how to use Qigong in order to warm up. So that is either warming up for your practice to really get the Qi flowing if you're feeling a little bit cold and you're not feeling that motivated to practice Qigong. This is really just to get everything moving. And the other way in which you can use these exercises would be if you're just out and about and you're feeling a bit cold. So for me, as I'm sure many of you know about me, I'm an open water swimmer and I swim in the winter time as well. So I'm in the water every day. So this morning I was in the water. It's about 8 degrees in the water at the moment and I swam for about 20 minutes. So all I could feel the whole time that I was swimming was just burning pain in my fingers. They were so cold. So what I want you to do, and what I do every time when I get out of the water at the moment, is to warm my hands up as quickly as possible, but in a safe way. So you don't, if you've got freezing cold hands like that, you don't go and put them into hot water. And anyway, I didn't have access to it. I was on the beach. So when I come out of the water, there are a couple of things that I do to get myself warm as quickly as possible, even when I'm just walking back to the car before I get dressed. So this is the perfect routine for any of you who tend to feel a little bit cold all the time, who especially feel cold in the extremities of their bodies, so hands and feet, maybe a cold nose as well. And also, it's just a really good routine to get the Qi flowing before you then start to move on to maybe other Qigong practices where you do need and you want to feel that little bit of Qi flow. So what we were doing 2 classes ago was we were really bringing our awareness and our observation to how we were feeling, to what was going on in our bodies and our minds. So what you can do along with what I'm going to show you today is really pay attention to how you feel. And then see how maybe doing this little routine before your whatever it is you regularly do Qigong wise or one of your favorite exercises, see how that favorite exercise then feels to you when you've done this as a warm-up first, in comparison to maybe doing no kind of Qigong warm-up in the first place. Now, you could just do jumping jacks or run on the spot for a minute, and that would warm you up as well. But remember, with Qigong, what we're looking to do is not only to move and get everything flowing in the physical body, but we're wanting to bring ourselves into the Qigong state, whereby we feel calm and relaxed and focused for our practice. So we're using the mind, and we're also, of course, using the third element, which is our breath. So with this warm-up, we're combining movement, mind, and breath. And by the end of it, you should feel toasty. So starting, as we always do in Qigong, in your Qigong stance or in a sitting position if you prefer. Standing is actually better for this routine, but many of the arm exercises you'll be able to do from sitting if you feel you're not able to stand for too long. So just checking that your feet are hip-width distance apart, knees as well, just following up like train tracks, following up towards the hips, so everything is parallel. And then just relaxing, little bend in the knees, relaxing the shoulders, shaking out the arms, checking that there's length in the back of your neck now. So just drawing the chin back towards the throat and feeling that lovely extension in the back of the neck. Now close your eyes and close your mouth. And we'll begin with some abdominal breathing. The tongue is resting against the roof of your mouth and the tip of the tongue resting against the back of your upper teeth. So settling into your practice now by breathing in, feeling the belly expand as though you're blowing up a balloon. And then breathing out, feeling the belly shrinking. Bringing a smile to the corners of your mouth. Just noticing any areas of tension that you might be holding in the physical body. And each time you breathe out, just say to yourself, let go, or relax. And just feel that area of tension softening. And now, paying attention to what may or may not be going through your mind. So if you feel your mind is very busy, if there's a lot of mind chatter going on there, just focus on breathing in and out. And in your mind, say to yourself, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And as you do that, you'll find that there isn't much space for any extra distracting thoughts. But if you do find them creeping in, don't be too concerned, just watch them coming and going. Just gently bringing your mind back to your breath as soon as you observe any stray thoughts coming in. And now just gently opening your eyes so that you can see me. So we're going to start with the hands and the arms and then move down to the legs in terms of a warm-up today. And then we'll put everything together. So I'm going to show you a few different variations, primarily for anybody who maybe feels that they don't have flexibility in their arms or their shoulders, if there's any issues there. Also for anyone who feels that like they maybe can't stand up for too long, or I'll just show you all the different variations as we go along. So we'll start with the easiest stuff first, okay? So the first thing I'd like you to do is we're going to be thinking and bringing our attention to the hands. So just give your hands a little shake out there just to check that everything's nice and loose and relaxed. So your mind is in your hands already. You're just simply working with your abdominal breath. And what you're going to do now is make a fist, thumbs on the outside, and then open the hands and spread the fingers as far apart from each other as you can. And then make a fist and open. So opening and closing, just at your own speed for now, just making sure you get lovely extension into the fingers. So your mind and your breathing is focused in the hands. So you're not doing this though with any kind of rhythm of breath at the moment. You're just doing your normal abdominal breathing at whatever speed is comfortable for you. Now, you may be feeling a little bit of warmth coming into the hands now, but we want to give it a little bit more oomph. So what I'd like to do now is speed things up a little bit. So just start to speed things up, but don't forget to extend the hands and the fingers as away from each other as much as possible. So don't skimp on the movement, make the amplitude of the movement as great as you can. And as you get faster with this, see if you can feel warmth coming in, especially to the muscles in the outsides of the forearms. They might start to feel a little bit achy. And really feel a little bit more coming into the hands. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed, so don't be tempted to lift the arms up. And now just relax, close your eyes. Smile and pay attention to your hands and your forearms and observe how they feel. Now I've got lovely warmth and tingling coming into my hands now. My hands feel almost swollen, they feel a bit bigger. I feel achiness in my forearms from working those muscles. And I feel like my whole arms are a lot heavier, like they've got longer somehow. And opening the eyes. So that's the easy part. That's the first level. So the second level is a level actually which I taught in a previous video about how to use Qigong specifically for cold hands and how to avoid having cold hands. So I'll put the link next to that video when I send out the replay from the class today. So now, if you can, and your shoulders and your arms allow it, lift your hands up with the backs of the hands facing up towards the ceiling. And they're going to come up to about shoulder level, but do be sure to keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. And we're going to do the same thing again now. So making a fist and open and close and open. And keep going now and start to speed it up. Not forgetting your abdominal breathing. And keep going and go as fast as you can. Really feel the burn. Focusing your mind and your breath into the hands and the arms. A little bit longer. And relax. And again, close the eyes, feeling into the arms and the hands. Noticing any sensations that you feel in the arms, the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, the thumbs, and throughout all the fingers. And now one more time, lifting the arms out to the side again, if your shoulders allow it. If they don't, you can keep your hands down or keep them to the front. Now, so again, opening and closing. And getting faster. Not forgetting to smile, this is fun. Keep going, keep the shoulders as relaxed as you can. And relax. Regulate your breathing, the breath stays in and out through the nose, the mouth is closed. Breathing into the lower belly, really relaxing into that area. And now opening the eyes again. So now we're going to just, again, energize the arms and the shoulders a little bit more now. So again, only work to your own level with this exercise. If it's putting any pressure on your shoulders or your arms, just do it very kind of low down, or you can, I'll show you all the variations anyway. So if you can, what I'd like you to do is you're going to lift up the arms, just bend the elbows, and you're going to focus your attention on the heels of the hands here. So you're going to bend the wrists back a little bit, and we're going to imagine that we're pushing something away from us. So we're going to push in one direction. This other hand, it doesn't really matter what happens with it, just keep it ready for the next movement. We're going to push with the heel of the hands, and then as we come back, we push with the other hand. So it's a bit of a seesaw. So you push, and you're pushing across the body, not leaning too far into it, but just feeling that movement across the body, and you'll feel it kind of stretches around the backs of the arms and into the shoulder blades at the back. So keeping the hands up at shoulder level, and now go a little bit faster with it. So pushing. Now, if this is too much for you, you can just go lower down here. Okay? So you're still getting some movement, but you're not putting so much pressure on your shoulders. So pushing out to the sides. And with each push, you breathe out through the nose. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Okay? So the breath is faster now. Focusing the mind on the heels of the hands. And relax. Now feel into your arms and your hands. Observe any sensations. So for me, the tingling has amplified. And also I'm paying attention now to my heart rate. I can feel my heart beating a lot faster. So I know that I'm warming up. I know that I'm circulating definitely more blood around the body because my heart is pumping faster. And all of this is bringing warmth to the whole of the body, but especially to the arms and the hands, which is what we've just been working with. And opening the eyes. So now Your arms and your hands should be feeling nice and warm, probably your whole body. We're going to move on to the legs now. So we're going to just bring a bit more warmth into the legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn sideways on, but you just stay facing me so you can see what I'm doing. So turning sideways on, what I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to, if you can and your back allows it, you're going to rest your hands just onto your knees. Actually, I'll turn around here so you can see which way they're facing. So I'm resting my palms onto my knees, and you see how my fingers are facing in towards the middle. So, and my hands are on top, just above my kneecaps. So this is giving a bit more support to my knees. So in this position, what I'm doing is I'm going to ask you to bend the knees. But what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to push the knees forwards so that they come out over in front of your toes. This is the wrong way to do it. So you see, if I go down like this, you see how my knees come forwards in this direction. This is putting a lot of pressure on your knees here at the front. So anyone with dodgy knees, this is not a great exercise to do. What I want you to do is bend the knees, but what you're going to do is you're going to move your pelvis and your buttocks back. So if you watch me now, the correct way to do this, keeping my back straight, so not bending in my lower back, I'm going to bend the knees, but I'm actually going to, it's almost like I'm sitting down. I'm going to sit down on something. And do you see here how my knees don't come out here in front of my feet? My knees stay more, they come forward a tiny bit, but they stay more or less in line with where they were before. And then you're going to stand up. So you're thinking really, as you sit down, you're thinking of driving the pelvis and the buttocks back. And that keeps the integrity in your knees here. It keeps everything nice and safe. And you've got this little support. So standing up a little bit and coming down. And looking straight ahead and coming down. And what you should feel as you do this is a little bit more work going on in the thigh muscles. So breathing out as you come down, breathe in as you come up. Breathe out. So you're not coming up all the way. Keep your hands in contact with your knees. Breathing in and out through the nose. So it's almost as though you're sitting back. You might also start to feel a little bit of warmth, a little bit of effort going on in the backs of the thighs as well. Keep the shoulders relaxed, not rounding in the back. You're really feeling that bit of work going on in the upper parts of the legs. Now the next time you come down, just stay there for a moment and breathe. Close your eyes. And the next time you breathe in, slowly coming up. Okay, that's great. Now you can stay with that leg exercise if you want, but if you want to take it to the next level, what I'm going to ask you to do is step it out into a horse stance. So many of you have done a horse stance before. The feet, the blade edges, the outside edges of your feet parallel. And what you're going to do now is push the knees out over your feet in an outwards direction as you sit down. So again, that idea of sitting back. You need to come forwards a little bit there. That's it. Okay. Keeping the back straight. Okay. Now, you can be in this position, or you can be in the original standing position as you were. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to come back to the heels of the hands, this focus here. So while you're in this position, you're going to push the heel of the hand over. And as you do that, you're going to drop the weight a little bit. And then as you come back, you come up a little bit and then go down with the next push. Up and down, up and down. So be careful not to let the knees fall in towards each other. Keep them back out over the feet if you're in a horse stance. And when you're comfortable with this movement and you feel like you've got some kind of flow going on, combine it with the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now start to speed it up. And step together, bringing the hands together and pushing the palms down towards the floor and allowing the hands just to come back down by your sides. Closing the eyes, breathing in and out through the nose, feeling into your arms, your hands, down through the trunk of the body, back and front, down through the legs, towards the ankles and the feet. Feeling the contact of the soles of your feet with the ground. Tucking your chin back towards your throat to keep that lovely length in the back of your neck. Breathing in and out through the nose. Calming your breath. So just consolidating this warm-up routine with a few abdominal breaths. And hopefully by now, you should feel as though the whole of the body is much warmer. You should feel a little bit more enlivened. And from here, just slowly opening your eyes. So at this point now, you would be able to then go on and perform maybe your favorite Qigong exercise, working with anything that involves a little bit more circulation. So maybe doing, remember the circles exercise where you come around and you just do this very simple circle exercise by moving the Qi in the 4 directions. You could work with this one, or you could work with any of the ones I've shown you really that involve circulation in any of our previous live lesson replays. But you'll find when you work with Qi circulation exercises that are a little bit more physical rather than meditative, that you really get the benefits or more benefits out of your practice if you do this little Qigong warm-up beforehand, especially for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere where we are now coming into the winter, and today it was 3 degrees this morning, so it was cold. So if you're practicing in the morning, you want to make sure that you do feel nice and warm before you practice, because it really does help to facilitate the flow of Qi. So as always, I hope you really enjoyed this exercise today. Let's just finish it off with a little bit of rubbing the palms together. If you're wearing glasses, take them off now. And then close your eyes, placing the hands over your eyes, and feel that lovely warmth you've generated in your hands through this warm-up, going through the eyes to nourish them and into the mind to nourish the mind. And then giving your face a little rub, a few little circles to bring yourself back into the room. So that's a nice little Qigong warm-up for you. So as always, if you have any questions, then please email me. My email is janice@spacetorelax.com, or you can post a question in the Facebook group, which is Space to Relax Free Qigong Group. Also, if you would like to donate, these classes are absolutely free for everyone, of course, but if you'd like to donate, then half of the proceeds go towards the nurses in the ICU ward here in my local hospital. The other half go towards the upkeep of this website. And I'll send out the donation link with the replay of this video. You'll find it in your email anyway. And please do invite your friends and family to join these live classes. They are free for everyone, and as most of you know, they're suitable for beginners. So do invite a friend along, send them the link, and they'd be very welcome to join. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this Qigong lesson, then there are 4 things you can do right now. The first thing is to head over to my website, which is spacetorelax.com, and there you'll see that you can join up for a free 3-part video series. The second thing you can do is click the link next to this video to sign up for the live Qigong classes, as I teach these once a week. The third thing you can do is go over to Facebook if you're on Facebook and look for Space to Relax Free Qigong Group. That's my free group where you can post any questions, and please do join the group. And the fourth thing is, if you're watching this video on YouTube, then please hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson and look forward to seeing you in the next video.